Hey there everyone, it's JJ Sober Son. End of the day, October 8th. There is such a thing as being too loyal to any one group. Do I feel put out when another group starts and some members of my group leave it and branch out into new territory? Or do I send them out with my blessing? Do I visit that new offshoot group and help it along, or do I sulk in my own tent? AA grows by the starting of new groups all the time. I must realize that it's a good thing for a large group to split up into smaller ones, even if it means that the large group, my own group, becomes smaller. Am I always ready to help new groups? Well, it's not so much that as it is individually also, I should say, not so much that. It is also individually that if I only go to my own home group, I don't, especially in early days, I don't see how other groups do it. And it always, and this is why I'm a firm believer in 90 meetings in 90 days, is that it gets us out of that notion that, well, they don't do it right at other meetings. That notion, right? That false notion. Because you don't, in doing 90 meetings in 90 days, well, my home group meets 7 days a week, right? And I could do 90 meetings in 90 days by just going to one meeting, right? I don't advise that. I would recommend folks go to different meetings so that you get broken out of that notion that this is how AA is done. And to see you get out of the format and into the fellowship, which is the most important, one of the most important elements of AA. Meditation for the day. Pray and keep praying until it brings peace and serenity and a feeling of communion with one who is near and ready to help. The thought of God is balm for our hates and fears. In praying to God, we find healing for hurt feelings and resentments. In thinking of God, doubts and fears leave us. Instead of those doubts and fears, there will flow into our hearts lost my place. In thinking of God, doubts and fears leave us. Instead of those doubts and fears, there will flow into our hearts such faith and love as is beyond the power of material things to give, and such peace as the world can neither give nor take away. And with God, we can have the tolerance to live and let live. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have true tolerance and understanding. I pray that I may keep striving for these difficult things. And they are difficult. And they are difficult, especially when other people's actions and beliefs seem to conflict with ours, and sometimes directly. And every time that happens, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to practice the principles that I've learned in AA. So I'll keep coming back. Look up, aim up, rise up. Love y'all.